All right, obviously the first day in pads, a day that we all been looking forward to, and like most teams, once you get to that first day, everybody's thinking about the physical part of it, and what actually kind of gets to the wayside is the discipline and the details, and that kind of showed up today, which I expected, but I thought the guys bounced back fairly well as practice started to progress, so I'm proud of that. But that's something that we got to hone in on, because I said it before, undisciplined teams lose games. So we had a couple of penalties that we got to clean up, and we will. When it comes to the injury front, we have one injury, which is being evaluated, but it looks like a knee to Big Gus. So I know something later on this afternoon to be able to give you guys the information on that. So any questions?
With the physicality, right, and bringing guys to the ground,
yeah,
that's not something we've seen here. I think Rex Ryan, my last coach, I remember doing that.
Yeah.
In the way the NFL is going now, that's rare. I think people are worried about injury. Why are you not worried about the injury, and why do you feel like that's important to bring them all the way back?
I think injuries are a part of this game, and there's no way to hide from it. Usually when you do try to hide from it, that's when they usually pop up. But man, the principles of this game will never change. This game is about running, blocking, and tackling. And if you don't practice that, me as a head coach, how am I giving our guys a chance to win? And the only way to get better at something is to rep it. And I'm not saying we're going to tackle every practice, but the thing is we're going to put ourselves in position to do it, or we're going to do it. And the guys understand that they knew that coming in. I think I like about it is they bought into that. And they understand that too, and they understand I'm trying to do everything I can to help them win games. So it's part of it. Listen, I've been a part of injuries, and listen, you can't run from them.
Hey, geez, in terms of that, I mean, as a player who comes from a two-a-day culture,
yeah,
where this stuff is going on all the time, A, how much do you look forward to this day, and B, kind of going off of what you're just talking about,
yeah,
will you tend to use that a little bit more because it makes your team tougher?
Yeah. Well, this league changes like every year, and the thing that you have to do as a coach, you got to be very innovative on how you want to get things done. And between me and the staff, and we think constantly on how can we end up getting our guys better, and how can we make sure that we go above board of not letting our players think that we're afraid of injury, but also letting them know that, man, we have to do this. Like we have to, because there's no way I can put you out on that field without prepping for these things that I know that's going to happen in the game. Like you're going to be in a position where you have to elude somebody in space. You're going to be in a position where you have to tackle somebody in space. And again, the only way to get better at that is to do it. And listen, I understand everything this league is doing on the protection side of it. I understand the afternoon walkthroughs that we have, and they're very valuable for us. We take as much as we can when we go out on the grass, so that's what we plan on doing every time we get a chance to.
Do you find that like certain players maybe emerge more when it becomes physical and you're tackling and there's pads, like because of the way they play, kind of thing?
Well, I think you try to create an identity of your team, and you start to figure out like who's going to be a part of that identity. And that's what the evaluation process is, man. We're evaluating in the meeting room. We're evaluating on the field. And again, they all know that that's a part of who we want to be. And the good thing is, man, they look forward to it. You know, every one of those guys that's in the locker room, they look forward to it, and they want it too. And to me, that's what I'm happy about more than anything is they look forward to going out on the field. They look forward for the physical part. They look forward to me stressing them mentally and physically because they know it's going to help them, and they know it's going to help us as a team and as an organization get to where we want to get.
Justin didn't seem limited at all today. Like, what did you see from him coming back?
Well, he was limited, but he was limited the way that we want to be limited. You know, so he made some good throws out there. And again, when Justin get on the field, I mean, we're going to let him be who he is. And there are some things that he did today that I was very pleased with. But there's also some things he got to get better at too. You know, he knows that. So yeah, he was out there with us, and every day I look forward to him just maturing and getting better.
What do you mean by limited the way you want? You didn't want him to run as much, stuff like that, or
just limit the way that we want him to be limited. I just keep it at that.
Tyler Johnson, obviously you signed him in free agency. Just what was about him that made him attractive, and how do you think he's looked out there?
The first thing I remember about Tyler was playoff game. We were playing against him, and the first route he ran a shallow crosser, and our guys in Detroit did a good job of getting him down. Ran another shallow crosser, put his foot in the ground, redirected, and I think he gained like 60 yards. And that in itself just shows like his ability to be able to feel like where DBs are at. And I thought he was smart, understood exactly where to sit in zone, how to create leverage in man. So listen, he might not be the fastest guy, he might not be the quickest guy, but sometimes when you're smart as he is, man, you can create things that other guys with all that speed and agility can't, because he understands leverage, he understands how to sit in zone. So that was the one thing looking at him, and once we had a chance to sign him, it was a no-brainer for us.
What do you see out of Braelon Allen? And obviously, you kind of came in here to two pretty good running backs, and what does he bring, and how does he fit with Reese?
Well, besides Clem, he's the next guy I would like to look like, you know. So, big, physical, tough. Man, he has a worksman mentality. He doesn't say much. He just wants to work. Really good teammate. Understands the situation that we're all in when it comes to how we're going to progress with this team. And he's not afraid to go play special teams. You know, no matter what the situation is, even if he's a starter, he understands that he still wants his job on special teams. So I want a team of guys like that. And we have a team of guys like that. They're unselfish. They want to do whatever it is to win. And, like, I'm really proud of the way that he goes about his business, just like a lot of the guys that we have. And I can pick those guys out easy.
How different is he as a runner and the way he goes about things as a running back to Brees? Man, Brees is a guy, and I told Brees this today because we split Brees out in a one-on-one situation. He made a play, and I told him that's going to be an element of his game that we're going to try to make sure that we utilize. And with Braelon, man, short yard shouldn't be no short yardage. With Braelon, a 240-pound man that's always falling forward. Listen, that's where he's going to make his money. And I'm not just saying in short, just being able to downhill runs is going to weigh on defensive players. And when you continue to do that, man, you just create something as far as a team, as far as an identity, that this league will take notice of. And I'm looking forward to that.
Take a couple more. Sorry. JG, what do you think about the depth of the competition in the secondary? It seems like Malachi Moore's calling.
Yeah.
Jarius Monroe's been making plays.
Yeah.
Guys like JVC.
Yeah. Well, Jam has been doing a really good job. Obviously, you saw him today make some plays. And, man, you saw him today in the tackling drill, like make these open field tackles. That's what we're trying to do. And young fella, 2'7", it's not – he's going to be a hell of a player in this league. And I'm not going to tell you who I compare him to, but he's going to do some really good things for us. And I'm not saying it's going to be at a starter level, and it can be. He's out there competing, and we're seeing if he can get a job, and he understands that. But there are other things that we can do with that player on special teams and certain defensive packages where he's going to be able to excel.
You got to know Woody Johnson pretty well during the interview process. How was your relationship?
Well, I've been knowing him before that.
Yeah, well.
But the relationship is outstanding, and the ability to sit and talk with him and really let him know what my feelings are. And he's going to let me know what his feelings are too, which I like. And I think that's how men operate. You talk about things, you try to improve, and then you make it happen. And that's the one thing I would say to his credit he has done. And you guys can see it within the building. You guys can see it within the team as far as assigning these guys. So I love everything about it.
How do you evaluate his tackling? What did he try to bring down?
He's always trying to tackle me. Every time he sees me, he tries to tackle me. So I returned the favor today. So I got him before he got me.
I don't think we've seen any fights. Sometimes when the pads come on, you see fights. Is that something you've emphasized to them to avoid, or is that something you're okay with, the little skirmishes?
Like, these guys are grown men, and when it comes to that, I don't have to tell them, guys, no fight. I mean, they're not kids. So they understand what it takes to win. And once you get into those skirmishes, and they're going to happen, I know it, but it takes time away from what we're trying to do. And the players understand that, man. They have a workmanlike mentality, and all they want to do is get this drill done, do the best they can in this drill, and okay, let's go to the next one. Get that drill done, do the best they can in the drill, and let's go to the next one. And that's what winning teams do, right? Winning teams don't waste time fighting and all that. I mean, for everybody else, it kind of looks good, but to us, it wastes time. Everything we do is intentional, and we're trying to do whatever we can to win games, and that's what starts on the grass.
Aaron, how do you change your coaching style as a Bill Parcells disciple, as a tough coach, for 2025? Some of the stuff Bill did 30, 40 years ago, yelling and screaming, maybe doesn't resonate the same in 2025 with the modern athlete. So how do you take all the good things of Bill and perhaps you can't do things exactly like him?
Well, first off, I'm Aaron Glenn. I'm not Bill. So that really is answering your question.
But as far as the style of coaching in 2025?
I have my own style of coaching. Listen, I learned a lot from Bill, but Aaron Glenn's going to show up like on the field, on the grass, with the players every time.